Hello and welcome to today's reading. So today we are doing a timeless collective reading, which means that it doesn't matter when you find this reading. When you do find it, trust that there may be a message here for you. And as always, please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. So let's jump straight into it and see what the cards want to tell us today. So the first card is your present situation, and I can see the Ace of Wands here. Now, your energy is centered around a new beginning. It feels like a spark has been lit within you. Perhaps you've been inspired to start something new, and whether that's a relationship, a job, or a creative project, or maybe even just a new chapter in your personal healing journey. There's excitement here, but also uncertainty. I feel like you know there's potential and you're aware that something is calling you forward. The Ace of Wands is full of possibility, and Spirit is showing me that you're standing at the beginning of something that has the power to grow into something really meaningful if you're willing to nurture it. Then we move on to card 2, which is your expectations or your hopes, and we have the Five of Wands. Now, interestingly, you're expecting there to be challenges along the way, and they may already feel like you're competing for someone's attention or that you're working harder than those around you. I feel like you're trying to prove yourself in some area of your life. This card doesn't necessarily suggest that you're hoping for conflict. Instead, it feels like you're preparing for it. Like anything worthwhile often requires effort, and part of you expects there to be obstacles before you can reach your goal. For some of you, this can also represent internal conflict. So you may be torn between different choices or different versions of yourself, unsure which direction to take. But then we move on to the unexpected elements or things that are out of your control, and we have the Chariot. So here Spirit is saying that there's powerful forces working behind the scenes that you can't see yet. Things may begin moving faster than what you expect. And the Chariot represents determination, momentum, and victory through focus. So I believe circumstances may push you forward before you feel completely ready. But this isn't happening to throw you off course. It's happening because you've reached a point where it's time to move. I feel like sometimes life accelerates because we've spent too much time standing still. And then we move on to the Eight of Cups. So this is your near future, and I see someone making a decision to walk away. Doesn't have to mean leaving a relationship. It can be walking away from old habits, limiting beliefs, emotional baggage, or unhealthy situations. It'll be anything that no longer fulfills you. There's a feeling that you've reached a point where you know something isn't feeding your soul anymore. And rather than settling for less, you have chosen to search for something much deeper and much more meaningful. So this is a card of emotional maturity and self-respect. Card 5 is your long-term future. And we have the Seven of Pentacles, and looking further ahead, this is a beautiful outcome. So the Seven of Pentacles remind you that everything you've been working towards is growing, even if you can't see all the results yet. This isn't overnight success. It's slow, it's steady progress, but it's going to create lasting foundations. Spirit wants you to understand that patience isn't wasted time. So every effort that you're making now is an investment into your future. Then card 6, which is your unconscious or the driving energy here. And we have the Nine of Swords. So now we're getting to the heart of the reading, because beneath the surface, many of you are carrying worries that other people don't even know about. So this card often appears when anxiety, fear, overthinking, or old emotional wounds are quietly influencing your decisions. So perhaps you're worried about making the wrong choice, Or maybe you're worried about repeating past mistakes and wondering if things will ever truly change. So the important thing to remember is the Nine of Swords reflects what's happening inside your mind. It doesn't necessarily mean that your fears are becoming your reality. So Spirit is encouraging you to recognize where fear may be speaking louder than truth. So card number 7 is the messages from the universe. And the 7 of Cups takes on a very meaningful purpose here, especially with the rest of the reading pointing to fear of repeating past mistakes and that fresh start on the horizon. So the universe is saying, you have more choices than you realize, but don't let fear disguise itself as wisdom. So after being hurt or disappointed in the past, it's going to be natural to question every opportunity that appears. But the 7 of Cups suggests that your mind may be creating countless what-if scenarios. So you could be worrying about choosing the wrong path, trusting the wrong people, or making the same mistakes again, rather than focusing on every possibility. So the universe is encouraging you to become clear about what truly aligns with your heart and your values, because not every door that opens is meant for you, but neither should you close every door out of fear. And I just want to remind you that you are a lot more capable than what you realize. You have learned, you have grown, and you're not going to make the same mistakes twice. Card 8 is your external influences and basically the overall theme. So we have the 6 of Swords, and I think this is a wonderful card to finish the tarot portion of this reading, because the 6 of Swords tells me that your overall energy is one of transition. Whether you realize it or not, you're already leaving a difficult chapter behind. The waters may still feel a little bit choppy, but ahead of you is a much more calmer place. This card often appears when healing's already begun, even if progress feels slow. You're moving away from confusion, heartache, and emotional heaviness, and towards greater peace. There's going to be clarity here, there's going to be stability. You're being asked to trust the journey even if you can't yet see the destination. So I'm interested to see what the Oracle cards now want to add to this reading. And I'm going to pick one from my Angels and Ancestors deck and the other one from the Animal Spirit deck. So the first card we have is Dolphin Spirit, and it says, "This and that are true." Now this is beautiful confirmation of everything that we've just spoke about. So life doesn't have to be all one thing or another. You can still miss the past while being excited about the future. You can still feel anxious and be incredibly brave. You can still be healing while stepping into a brand new chapter. So Spirit is reminding you that two truths can exist at the same time. Then we have the Sage, and this is be devoted and committed. So the Sage encourages you to stay committed to your path and don't allow temporary setbacks, fears, or slow progress to convince you that you're going the wrong way. Keep showing up, keep learning, and keep trusting yourself, because the seeds that you've planted will grow in their own time. So when I step back and I look at this as an overall reading, the reading tells me the story of somebody standing at the doorway of a new chapter. So while you're probably still holding some of that emotional weight of the last one, Spirit acknowledges the anxiety, the disappointments, and the uncertainty. But none of these cards suggest that you're stuck. Instead, they actually show a lot of movement. They show healing. They show growth. So I feel like the message is pretty clear here. Don't allow yesterday's fears to stop tomorrow's opportunities. So guys, that is it for today's reading. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for being here with me. If this reading resonated with you, please let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the next reading. So lots of love and light, guys. Take care of yourself.